2.37442.
Okay, so I told you guys if I find a part where there was the ice cream truck, and then afterwards they're gonna follow uh, sirens, right? Listen.
And the next function now is the other one that we show here, and that's what I'm missing. I should have shown the last function here. That wasn't a chunk out of in this one. So this is the
Guys here?
one that should have put there. So that's how we know that that is the graph for this function. So for x to the third minus 3x to the fourth minus 8 to the x to the third minus 8x plus 24x to the second plus 15x minus 45. If you graph this, then you'd see what I showed last. Okay, so after this, that's this one. Okay, and the root is -3. As mentioned, again, you just put the function, the polynomial function in the calculator, and you can kind of trace it. That means you can go just trace it further and further to the left or to the right by just moving to the left or right arrow, and it's automatically it shows exactly the values of x and y. Go to table, second function trace, and goes to the table. You can see where your calculator shows that. You can see first function and second function. So whenever the second function is, you look at the numbers under, you know that, not on the bottom but under that, and you can clearly see where the table is and go and look for the table values. So in this case, for x equals to
All right, I
-3,
think that might be the
you
first
have
time
this
they
corresponding.
defied
So this
the
showing that you
ice
want to give
cream.
something
Oh,
as
here we go.
value to the x, you can see clearly what the corresponding value is, because the table then scrolls up and down whatever the value you're giving here. So you might want to give -300, and then the
Okay,
screen is going to kind of show
so
you right away. It's going to go.
let me pause this. So right before this part came up with the ice cream truck, and you guys hear the sirens afterwards. Prior to this, there were fire trucks outside. So apparently they know which part of the video this was at, and I thought it was in the beginning of the video, but it's actually towards the end of the video. This is a very long class that we had, um, and so I couldn't remember if it was the beginning or what. So I was just here just reviewing the lesson, and that's why earlier I posted the other video of my professor. You know, see her tapping her nose with her pointed finger, and I did say in that video, if I get to the point where you guys will hear the ice cream truck song, you know, yes, the ice cream truck song originally called N-word one on watermelon, right? Then followed by, then you guys hear it followed behind the sirens. Okay, so again, this is what they do when I'm taking this class, and you know, I'm having a lot of difficulty in this class because really and truly, because I've been targeting this class so much, it's like I don't want to be in there. Like I don't want to participate. We have to do. She put us in groups, and I really don't want to participate with anybody. So you know, it's going to be difficult. I may have to repeat this class. I probably actually I will have to repeat this class, and you know, just because of this whole thing. And it's funny also because I was watching a YouTube video on how to find the minimum maximum in terms of graphing on my TI-84 calculator, and um, the video the guy says the best option, and as soon as he says the best option, there were, you know, car honk. It was like a honk honk, but it wasn't as if they were honking at anybody. Again, that's because they, you know, they can access people cars to do these things, right? And at times they will have people waiting in their car all night, you know, basically listening to my and watching my online activities. You know, they hack into my network, uh, my home network and stuff like that. So Usually when I'm watching the video, or even with the remote monitoring, if I'm reading something, like let's say I'm reading a chapter for my homework or something like that, certain words that I would read, um, they will constantly beep or do sirens and stuff like that. And the word that the person said was best. So that was the and where they keep honking. And the reason why they would do that is because, again, this is how I talked about this, how they play on your emotions, try to make you jealous and stuff like that. And Pamela's her ex-boyfriend, his last name is Best. And so, I was over at the house over the weekend, and they had sent a mail, right? She gets like mail from Dell, but they sent her an additional mail, not in her name now, but when somebody else's name, and the last name is Best, the same as her ex-boyfriend, the one that she's been, you know, one that she messed around with while we were together, as well as the other guy. But anyway, this is how they, we're talking about the boyfriend destroyer, stuff like that. How they will bring people or use people in your significant other's life to break up the relationship, break up the marriage, and stuff like that. They try to make it seem as if it's mystical or magical or spiritual, but it's really not. It's manipulation. It's invasion of their privacy and your privacy. It's invasion of whoever they talk to privacy to get, and then manipulating them to get them to, you know, either talk bad things about you, and especially if you're having problems, you might get into argument, and then they will, manipulate those people into, you know, giving you a bad uh, outlook, or not giving you, but giving your significant other, telling them things to make you look bad and such and such. So this is what they do. This is you know a lot of it. If you excuse me, if you read on if you read about Jay Lipton's and the 8 criteria of thought reform, okay, this is what they're doing, right? Also, coercive persuasion programming, and so it's a combination of all these thought reform programs, these brainwashing programs, mind control programs that it is they're doing. And they used to do something with me. I used to be like, holy shit, this some spiritual stuff that's going on here, but it's really not. It's people within the government who have access to these technologies, and particularly those within the religious organization who belong in law enforcement or in security agencies who have access to technology, who are using this for their own uh, gain and also for control, right? Or to destroy people's lives. That's their purpose. But yeah, I just wanted to share this video, and particularly the song that was playing in the background. Like I tell you guys all the time, they use the ice cream truck because they wouldn't call me anymore and call me the N word. They stopped doing that since I put them on blast, and so they'll find other ways to circumvent, you know, and to try to um, insult me, but do it in such a way that it's not so obvious. But I'm letting you guys know that it is obvious to me because, when they use that song, particularly when I'm in that class and they use that, the ice cream truck is like always in the back playing music in the background. That song, is again, the name of the song is N1 and Watermelon. Just like they sent me a message with the song. It was a 1921 song called Run N Word Run. So just again, people, especially with black people participating in this shit, it's just unbelievable because these are the people who despise them also, but they're using them to attack me to try to destroy my life, right? And calling me these words and trying to do it in very creative ways and manipulative ways. But I understand the game, and so exposing it is what I do and will continue to do, and also try to help people because sometimes people are targeted and they may not even know it, right? Because again, they play on your emotions. They try to make you jealous. They try to make you bad. Mad. Try to make you envious of other people because they'll target you and basically make you broke right? And then you'll start to see your friends, family members around you all of a sudden getting money, they're buying new cars, all this stuff, all to play on your, you know, um, and not prey on you, but trying to create an envious, jealousy, all these things, because those are very strong emotions. And if they can get a negative reaction out of you, in which that you may do something that's detrimental to yourself or somebody else, that's the position that they want you to be in. So they can incarcerate you, they can put you in a mental institution, or maybe get you to commit suicide and stuff like that. So you have to be aware of these things and understand what is going on as a TI. Okay? So I will talk to you guys in the next video.